here's your product. Let's just pick on Manifest Your Destiny for now. You price it at $47. We'll talk about pricing strategies and all that in a later session, but this product consists of your main offer plus, let's just say, 3 bonuses. We're going to also talk about this later today. Now, this is your main product. Eventually, you're going to need a title for it, which is the session we're doing right now. I called my product Manifest True Destiny. And we're going to talk about what a product name should do. A product name like Manifest Your Destiny, it pretty much tells you exactly what the heck that product is meant to help you do. You're going to manifest your true destiny. So now, what's a funnel? Okay? A funnel, so a product is a part of the funnel. So what will happen is when someone comes to this page and they buy, they're going to immediately see a upsell. Okay? The upsell may be 47, it may be 77, it may be 97, it could even just be 37. It could be any price. We'll talk about more pricing strategies again later. But then let's say that this is upsell number 1. Whether they buy or not, now what will happen, if they say, no, I don't want it, they'll see downsell number 1. Could be like 27, 37, even 17. Or let's say they said yes and they buy that, they will likely see upsell number 2. And then no matter what their decision, and then what happens is, let's say they say yes to downsell number 1. And if I'm confusing any of you, I will go through this again. Then they'll see upsell number 2 again. But if they say no to either of these, they're done. This is a funnel. Many of you have been through this with even my stuff. Okay? Now, this is what if I were to get more specific, I call this a at-cart funnel. Why? Because any brilliant marketer, so how do Lily and I were having a conversation about this yesterday in front of everybody, how do I get my leads to be worth $3 to $5 per email I have in my system versus where people who are just starting have like 20, 30, 40 cent value? How? Well, because when you go through this, you're done with the cart. It's over. You're in the members area now. But 3 days later, you're going to get an invitation to a webinar that sells you a $197 product. Then 5 days later, I'm going to sell you something for $997. 30 days later, I may sell you something for $2,997, and this may be something sold to you on the phone. It may not be something through webinar. I'm just giving you an example, by the way. I don't actually do all of this. I could keep going. Look at Bob Proctor's funnel. Eventually he gets you into the Matrix program for $17,000. Or other programs for 22, 25, 27. Now in the personal development space, I don't have a funnel like that. But guess where I do have a funnel like that? Internet marketing. And you guys are all sitting at the tail end of it right now. Or is it the tail end? I'm kidding. You know, the first time we did this, the mentorship program, everyone came in so nervous. They're like, just tell me, are you going to sell me anything at the end of this? Because I can't take any more. And I was like, I don't know what the hell else I would tell you, like other than, like, come live in my house for a week. I don't really have anything else.
How much?
Who asked that? The first person that asked that is the person I'm not inviting to my house. You know, it's so funny. We were actually at a mastermind program, and somebody, a really big time marketer, shared how he charges $50,000 for people to come stay with him for 4 days in his house. And I'm sitting there looking at him, and I'm like, man, that's gutsy. Like, that's just. And my wife just kind of leans over. She's like, please tell me we're never going to do that. And I was like, no chance. not happening. But this is a funnel, right? So in the internet marketing space, like I start with Inbox Blueprint, which is a $297 product, or 3 payments of $97. We go to an upsell that's $297. Then we actually go to upsell 2, which is a free continuity. So it's a free offer, but to put them into a continuity. Then you're done with all of that. You see a webinar. The first webinar is for a product called Profit Academy, which this time around is going to be $2,000, not $1,000. And from there, when we're on the Profit Academy live workshop, you're given the opportunity to join my mentorship program for $20,000, right? And there's steps missing in there right now. We're still working on perfecting that funnel. But my funnel had never gone beyond $2,000, right? I just had never done it. Now we're actually working on really. But imagine, you get 20 people in a room at, 20 grand. That is actually, because most of that's going to be, in an ideal situation, most of that should be profit. In mine, it's not. But if that was mostly profit, that's actually about the same profit you would have ideally made in the front end. So the back end can become a really big contributor to your overall profit and to your overall funnel. But for whatever we're doing, I'm just giving this as an introduction. Whatever we're doing, we're not bothering with any of this stuff. What's really fun to see is Glenn and Tom and them have started now talking about this. I was talking to Glenn last night. He started to do higher ticket webinars with his list. He's playing with it. He wants to learn. He's eager. You can see it. So he's already getting into that stuff now because he's already built all of this. Now he's getting into all this stuff. So how a funnel works, they come and they see this. Only if they buy your main product would they see an opportunity to upgrade and buy something else. If they say no to that, they will see a video that says something like, hey, I'm sorry, hold on one second. I see that you said no to that. I can't let you do this. It's a great product, and I would hate to see you not use it. Now, I'm sure the only reason you've said no is money, and I can totally understand and relate. I'll tell you what, I was offering you 4 things, of which I don't think one of them is that necessary, but the other 3 are really key. What if I gave you those 3 at 50% off? Right now, this is the only time you'll ever see this offer. You actually grab a lot of people, by the way. A lot of people actually will buy it. And then let's say they've said yes to upsell 1. So upsell 1, they bought it, but then you show them another opportunity to upgrade. Doing this for some people takes a little bit of getting out of your box because you have a tendency to say, but aren't I annoying people? And the truth of it is, if you do it right, if you do it well, you're really not. People are very used to this. Now, my rule is very simple. If my main product is less expensive, I will do upsells. If my main product is very expensive, I will not. If my main product is mid-priced, I will limit my upsells. So on Manifest Your Destiny, I have this. On Inbox Blueprint, I have 1 upsell. It's $297. And then from there, you see a 3-minute video inviting you to a free continuity. That's it. I don't go crazy and start offering you $2,000, $3,000 programs. Buy Profit Academy for $2 grand. That's it. There is no upsell after that, up until you've absorbed my content. And now I have a relationship with you, at which point I'll show you my mentorship program. So you kind of don't have a choice but to have an upsell program, because if you want to compete with the other programs out there, your affiliates need you to have an upsell flow. Otherwise, the EPCs are not going to be good. So let's say your affiliate promotes this and gets 75% of this. Well, that's great. And then you end the transaction. Well, they have a choice of promoting you or promoting the next offer, which not only do they get 75% of this, they get 50% of all of this. Just goes to show it's going to increase. So what happens, what I've noticed is I will double anywhere between 50% to 100% increase in revenue and profit by adding an upsell flow. And the reason it's such a wide range is it changes by niche and it changes by how well you sell upsells. Internet marketing space, you can sell much higher ticket upsells. Personal development, not so much. I've tried it. I got kicked in the butt for it. They just, personal development, it's not easy to take someone from a 47 and make them buy a $300 upsell. You can do it, it's just a lot harder. But if you take the same person and go from 47 to 97 or 47 to 47, it's a much easier sell. And in Manifest Your Destiny, that's our strong point. We kick butt in our upsells. Manifestation Miracle does a lot better on the front end. His sales video still converts a lot better, but he doesn't do well on the back end. So we end up being about the same. Even if you look at our average dollar per sale that the affiliate makes on ClickBank, it's almost identical. But his upsells stink, but his front end is better. So we even each other out. But now what he wants to do is Mark's actually I'm actually helping him. He wants to mimic my upsell flow on his. Because once he does that, he will kick my butt, right? Because his front end will still stay just as great and his back end will now mimic more like mine. So if you hear me say product, I'm talking about one box. All of these are products, okay? But this is your main product. So anytime I say main product, I'm talking about your main offer. So a lot of times my first upsell video will be like 10, 12 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes. I try not to go above 15. Just depends. Length hardly has a big difference, but I still try to stay about 15. If I pitched them a completely different offer, then I'm going to have to do another 15-minute video. My downsell is usually, sometimes my downsell doesn't even have a video. It's just a page. The reason is I don't want them to feel like they got another pitch. I want to reserve that for my upsell. So like I actually, anytime I'm downselling them, I almost want it to just be like a page they quickly go by. Yes or no.